Today we will talk about about the most craziest price target for Bitmine, and I will show you there's two ways how they can make money and income and increase their EPS, so earnings per share. Then we take the PE ratios of companies in that sector, and then we will make sure to absolutely blow your mind with the new price target. So let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
So welcome to a brand new video. So my name is Danny. If you never watched a video of mine, then you missed on Palantir, Tesla, Nvidia, and Robinhood, because all of those stocks I mentioned here on this channel, specifically my deep dive was on Tesla, where I said like this $20 billion company will be a big one day. And I was so, let's say, convinced and talking to you all since 6 years that I put my life savings into it. And the rest is obviously history, because from 17 when I started to 6 I averaged down, and then we know where Tesla is right now, right? So it's very, very lucrative to be subscribed to both of my channels and also on X to get always the best updates on Bitmine, because Bitmine is my next big investment. I think that they have way to run over the next years. And there's one more thing. I never advertise any garbage products out there. No broker, no crypto projects, nothing out there. I just tell you, Extend Day Trading is a own product by me and my team, and we developed a software that trades for you. But it's not like an algorithm or a stupid bot. It's actually a real trading team behind it that select trades and send it directly to your portfolio. The buying, the selling, everything is done for you. You just switch on our auto software, and then you see how much money we make that day, and then you can see how your account grows between like 8 to 15% per month. So your $10,000 that you need to start with becomes 58 in a matter of 12 months. So if that's something for you, then check out extenddaytrading.com, schedule a call with me personally, and we see if we can help you as well. Now, when you talk about Bitmine, because like the earnings are supposedly today, let's see if they are actually happening after the market closes. But when I see or talk about earnings, many people say like, which earnings? They don't have any earnings yet. Yes, that's correct. The first earnings they will get is the staking. Okay, so they can stake because it's a proof of stake blockchain, so they can get 3% in return while staking their Ethereum. Okay, and they can do it anytime. It takes between like 6 to 8 weeks to start and 6 to 8 weeks to stop if they want to do it. But during that period, the Ethereum is locked up. Okay, so they cannot do anything out there with it. They cannot loan it to someone. They cannot do it. But I was thinking, what is more to that, right? Because Tom Lee always speaks about they want to be a bank. They want to be the infrastructure company for the 2.0 Wall Street that will be doing a lot with tokenization of everything. And obviously, Ethereum will be the cornerstone of all of it. And then I was thinking and going through different options, but the only one option that actually stick where they can stake the Ethereum is writing options. Options, I don't know how familiar you are with options. Okay, options is essentially like a contract that you can write that someone can buy a specific stock at a specific time for a specific price. Okay, so let's say I have 100 Bitmine shares and I write an option that you can buy Bitmine at $75 at the end of this year. Okay, and I charge for this contract $2. The $2 I keep. You get the options contract. And with that, when Bitmine goes to 100, you can use that option and say, hey, I want to take my 100 Bitmine shares for $75 and I have to sell it for $75. But if I bought it already for $50, then I have no problem to sell it at 75. Obviously, I will lose the potential gain that it will be 100, but there's also the possibility that, let's say, Bitmine will be only $70 and then, the option is actually worthless, right? And I keep the money that I took, the $2. So it's actually a nice way to make money on the side by writing options and holding the stock or the asset. Now, that can actually be true also for Ethereum. So Ethereum also have options, and as bigger the market goes, as more options will be required because people want to trade options and an institution want to hedge, and there's a lot of things that you can do with options. So actually, I think that they could do this as well, okay? So they could stake up their Ethereum, and they can also use the stake Ethereum as a security for when the option expires to worst case sell Ethereum that they bought for 4,000 to sell it, say, at 7,000, okay? They write options for 7,000 strike price, end of the year. If it's going above that, they sell it, huge profit, plus they keep the premium. So I want to deep dive with you together and my best friend ChatG, and we will dive into what this means for the stock, for the company, and how this all can play out, okay? Let's dive in. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we make it very simple. I just already fired up my ChatG like I do 100 times per day. And I say, listen, calculate the following. BMNR has 3.3 million ETH current price, to make it simple, 4K US dollars. Okay, let's assume they stake it and get the yield. Also, they will write options, let's say, mid and long term options, far out of the money. That means with a very high strike price, far out of the money, let's say around 6K, 7K, 8K, etc. Calculate how much yield combined they would do with this approach. Consider that the options will all expire worthless, just for the pretending to make it very simple here, okay? Worthless, and they keep the premium, okay? Let's go. So let's see what ChatGPT actually calculates here for us, and it says perfect. He's always so kind to me. I don't know if it's just me or for everyone, but it says, let's break down this systematically. We calculate combined yield from ETH staking yield and covered call option writing yield, okay? Ethereum holdings 3.3 million, so about like staking yield, they say 4%. I think it's closer to 3%, but let's see what they say, okay? Then they get about like 5% apparently from the options premium. Okay, so you can see here that they get an absolute yield of combined 6.3 to 9 or 12%. This depends on many factors, like, for example, conservative, base case, or aggressive, right? So I think that let's say we take the base case, okay? Now consider the base case and calculate the EPS. Consider for that 350 million outstanding shares. So let's see what this means in numbers, okay? And I also want to make sure that we will go to the final price target if they would do that, okay? So here we go. We have about like a 9% income, shares outstanding, and so on. So EPS per share would be somewhere at 3.43. Okay, so with a PE of 25, they would get around like $85 per share. Now, if you think about 25, well, this is a very low PE, because if you look into, for example, stocks like, let's say the average PE for companies in the QQQ is actually 35 or 36. So you see, as a technology company in the forefront, innovating so fast, I think it will be much, much, much bigger, okay? NVIDIA has a PE ratio of 60. And if you're looking into companies like, for example, Tesla, you will get blown away because the PE is 325, okay? So as you can see, and let's say go into Palantir, let's say, Bitmine will go as crazy as Palantir. Palantir has even 660 PE ratio. Okay, so you can see like crazy difference, okay? But let's calculate the different options, okay? Now, give me a table, answer short, and give me the different stock prices for BMNR for the following PE ratios, okay? We said about like 36, then what we had else? We had 60 of NVIDIA, we had 325 from Tesla, and 660 of Palantir, okay? Let's see where we go there, okay? And then we will absolutely blow your mind with this price targets, okay? So with a PE ratio of the QQQ, you would get 123.5 stock price of Bitmine. If you go for the 60 PE ratio of Nvidia, then you have like a 205 or 206 stock price for Bitmine. If you go to the Tesla PE, then you have $1,114. And if you go a little bit crazy, meme, a lot of interest, very unique company, a lot of growth, the team behind it, you have a $2,263 price target. I leave you with that. This will be a huge ride over the next couple of years, and you could be early. We are early. I love these videos. If you like them, make sure to share them. Make sure to subscribe to both of my YouTube channels. And remember, the grass is greener always on the other side. And check out x10daytrading.com if you want us to day trade for you. If you have already a long-term portfolio, let some of your short-term portfolio even add you, and you can add to your long-term portfolio. This is all done for you, all automatically. Check out x10daytrading.com, and I see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Tomorrow, out of Dubai. I will be in Dubai tomorrow. So make sure to check it out, and I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.